Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal one day at a time. So, are we really crazy? What exactly did we do wrong? Is it our fault? In a narcissistic relationship, they purposely twist their words, go in circular conversations, and they do this so they can put it back on us to where if they give us a succinct answer, that's set in stone. But if they use this word salad or confusing, uh, sentence structures, word choices, um, we start trying to interpret it. And we spend a lot of energy on that. We analyze it, look back on it. And if we would have had that succinct answer in the beginning, we wouldn't feel unsettled. So often we come back and try to clarify things, get a little bit more closure on this circular conversation, and then we just get frustrated again. And then it kind of stews inside us. We try to, let it go. Like maybe we're just not communicating the right way. I have to understand their words. We put a lot of effort into the way we interpret what they say. We have a craving to just get a straightforward answer. The other thing that makes it confusing is if they do agree to a succinct answer, when it's time to bring that forward to fulfill that commitment, they don't do it. And then they'll give us some excuse again. And then we try to understand, uh, are they telling the truth, or did this really happen, or do they just not care about me? And so you ask them, and they don't tell you. So as you go through your narcissistic relationship, there's no closure in even a conversation. And at the end of the relationship, that's why we crave closure so much more than if we were in a regular relationship that ended. Looking back with all the love bombing, it's almost like they set up a commitment to us that this is what our future is. This is how much we care about each other. And as they start to devalue us, um, that gets even more confusing, because we try to do things, we try to look forward on what their needs are, and we do things, and then they'll pick it apart. I know once I had decorated the house and cleaned and did all this stuff and even made a special dinner. I just didn't vacuum in the back bedroom. And I got my butt reamed for he could have made his own dinner, this and that. And it was like, oh my God, like I made dinner, I cleaned, I took our daughter Christmas shopping, decorated the house, and just she fell asleep on me. Um, and I got yelled at for that. And it's like I did everything. And, you know, you try to please them. And then they just devalue you so much. They're not thankful for the things that you do. They're not understanding on your needs, your daughter's needs, and just the way they talk to you um, can be so hurtful. It's exhausting. You keep trying, and you even ask, like I asked what he wanted for dinner, and I made it, and um, then you get yelled at for it. The expectations are all about them. There's no need to vacuum that back bedroom that moment, that day. Uh, and we start questioning ourselves like, should I have done that differently? Should I have, just set our daughter somewhere else and let her cry so I could vacuum? Like where are my priorities, my daughter's priorities? And in a narcissistic relationship, they tear you apart. It's exhausting. You try to always look forward on how to handle things. And that's where the eggshell walking comes in, where you don't know exactly how to do things, how to say things. When we do talk to them, we wait for a calm time to talk to them. That's usually when maybe we're sitting in the middle about to watch a movie or at dinner, things are going good. So that's our safe time to talk to them. And then they turn it around that, there we go, ruining the dinner or ruining this. When we can't talk to them in the middle of the conversation. We have to wait till it's safe. And we don't know exactly when it's safe, because when we do bring it to them, they turn it around on us, that we're at fault or we ruin everything. And we're just trying to have a conversation. They purposely will confuse us. They gaslight us. Then they'll give us the silent treatment. That silent treatment is so abusive and so hurtful. Um, they could handle it different. They could just say, look, I need time alone. I'll talk to you in a few hours. But they just instantly ghost us or silent treatment. A lot of times they'll pick fights so they can go off and do whatever they wanted. Everything is very calculated. Sometimes it is kind of habit, just like when we say thank you. It's kind of a habit. Thank you, thank you. And then there's times we're like, oh, did I? Like, oh, I got to go back and say thank you. Like some of it's conscious sometimes, just like in our lives. Sometimes we have to consciously think about what we're doing. Like, did I say thank you? Should I? Same with the narcissist. They're people too. A lot of it though is just a routine for them. The way that they talk to us, the way that they do not want to take any responsibility for anything. And a lot of times, that's what's so hard is like, did you forget to flush the toilet? It's like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just asking a question. And they'll go round and round and make us some excuses, or make us feel like crap for asking. And it's like, geez, like, I really didn't care. It was just a question. And then they'll like get angry at us. They'll stare at us like, what's wrong with you? And you should have a comfort in your relationship with them. And the more time goes on, the worse things go, because they start to devalue us, the way they talk to us, they take us for granted. We try to work things out, we try to do things better. And then as they see it, they kind of see that as a weakness, or we're also giving them permission to talk to us that way. When we try to communicate it, we're seen as being nags, instead of like, she's really trying to work through this, because there are two people in a relationship. And that's one thing with narcissists, is it's always about them. So since they don't have any empathy, they're not hearing our, they're not understanding our words. They hear it, la, 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 and they'll just either nod or twist us around to where we're like, and it's because they don't want to commit to anything, or they don't want to take responsibility for anything. And as your relationship goes on, it starts draining your soul. It starts making you feel empty and worthless. And when you start to feel worthless, that's when everything falls apart. I did a video on manifesting your narcissist, and it's basically don't care. That's what this whole manifesting thing is. Just believe everything's okay. Have this little fantasy world, be in denial, and it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. And this is kind of deep, because that is exactly what a narcissistic relationship is. Pretend everything's okay. Pretend the end is, you're living in the end with this beautiful life, and don't do anything. Don't care. Don't care. And just go through the motions. Live your life, go through the motions. And that's pretty deep, because, that's not reality. That's not reality. And it's weird. That manifesting thing does work. It's insane with a narcissist, because they don't want the caring part. They want to be adored. They want to be worshiped, but they don't want the caring connection. They want to be cared about. I know with my ex, I said, you love that I love you. And he's like, oh no, that's, and so I kind of felt like a jerk for saying it. So I'm like, no, that's not really what I meant. I know you love me. No, I meant exactly what I said. You love that I love you. You love that I love you, because I do these things for you, because I adore you, because I crave you and kind of stroke your ego, and you get the energy of how much I care. But can you relate to that statement with your ex or who you're with? Do they love that you love them? Or do they love you too? The devaluation stage, sometimes we want to bring it back to where they see the value in us. And when we try, it's almost like it backfires. And we want to fix the relationship. We even work around who they are, their personality. We don't expect them to like change who they are, but to just have some realness to it, to where it's not abusive. Because these people are so intelligent. They know, they know how to get what they want. There's word manipulation, and it leaves us confused. And that's where the crazy making goes on. And I know, with the exes, they're always like, oh, my ex was crazy. Uh, were we really crazy? Because when we met them, we weren't. And we reacted out of almost that desperation due to the trauma bonding, to where we just need the balance again. That's why we need the closure. We haven't had closure, even conversations, let alone the end of a relationship. And then to feel like everything we did was worthless to them. It was just, now we're crazy. They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to acknowledge us, that we're just garbage. This is somebody you had a relationship with. Like, you should be able to move on, at least be cordial to each other. And that's the hardest part, is they steal your soul. They make you question who you are, what you believe, what your reality is. And you can continue on with your relationship if you want to do that, kind of that manifest fake reality. Just believe it's okay. Just believe it's okay. They tell you something, just believe it's reality. But when you look at the big picture, like, we want to live a genuine life, just a genuine life and a genuine love. And we get caught up in all this craziness and this false belief. Like, all the evidence is there. The evidence is there. And our gut instincts tell us a lot. Like, we feel unsettled for some reason. Like, take that to heart, because almost all the time it's correct. I know with my ex, there's one time I thought he was lying about his best friend killing himself. I'm like, here we go again, another story. And I felt so bad that that was a legit story. So it's not always right, but sometimes we just get used to the lies, to where we got to check up on things, because 90 to 95% of the time, my gut was right. But it's that one time when his friend killed himself. That's where you go crazy. It's like, can't we just always have like a normal conversation and a truthful situation, to where I don't have to question it or come back and say, what exactly did you mean when you said that? And if you notice, the way they talk to us often is projecting what will come in the future or what they have done. They'll turn it around that we did something, or that we're lesser than we are. That's them projecting how they feel about themselves. Or if they're going to say that, I don't know, we're I don't know, a cheat or whatever, it's usually because cheaters believe that everybody cheats. And it's a crazy balance. It is crazy making. And if you stay in that relationship, if you wait for that Hoover, you hope that they'll come back. Often we wonder what's going on with this new supply. Are they happier? Because it sure seems like they're happier. But what's that saying? Thou doth protest too much. With all their happy posts, and almost like having the world see, oh, we are happy, we are the best couple. Are they really that happy? Are they living this fantasy? Because that's all a narcissist can live in, is a fantasy, or in the moment. Please like and subscribe. Tell me some comments below. I'd love to make some videos for you guys, and let's help and heal one day at a time. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.